In the eastern United States, where the Ohio and Kanawha rivers meet, lies a beautifully unsuspecting town known as Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And many who have visited tend to agree that Point Pleasant typifies small-town America. A well-maintained, clean town. A populace of friendly, earthly people, proud of their community within which many were born and raised. But as is the case with so many things in this world, Point Pleasant has a dark side. The quiet, idyllic town has a notably mysterious past characterized by conflict, death, and the paranormal. While there are conflicting accounts of exactly when Point Pleasant was established, most historians suggest that the town was first recognized around 1774, which coincided with what is now known as the Battle of Point Pleasant. During the battle, in which Colonel Andrew Lewis and his men defeated a coalition of warriors led by Shawnee Chief Cornstalk, Lewis named the area Camp Point Pleasant. Settlement of the area over the next few years saw the establishment of Fort Blair right around the time of the battle, and in 1776, Fort Randolph, which was the site of Chief Cornstalk's brutal murder in 1777. Some say that as a result of Chief Cornstalk's killing, a curse was cast upon the area. Modern-day Point Pleasant is situated right on the site of the old Fort Randolph. Widespread conflict and violence plagued the region through the end of the 1700s and throughout the 1800s. But it was the 1900s that brought about a closer link between the town of Point Pleasant, the paranormal, and tragedy. November 12, 1966. Two gravediggers working in a cemetery in Clendenin, West Virginia, noticed a strange creature flying from tree to tree along the Elk River. Though the creature was observed from a distance, it was described as a human-like bird with an enormous wingspan. A few days later, on the evening of November 15, 1966, Steve and Mary Mallett and Roger and Linda Scarberry, two young couples from Point Pleasant, were traveling along a secluded road just outside of town in a district known as the TNT area. The area was home to a former World War II munitions plant, weapons storage facilities, and associated infrastructure. As the group was traveling in their car, their high beams shed light on a menacing gray creature about the size of a man. The flying creature, who was apparently following the car along the road, was said to have 10-foot wings and piercing red eyes, plainly visible in the dark. These were the first official accounts of encounters with this mysterious creature that would come to be known as the Mothman. The sightings didn't stop there. Over the next few days and months, numerous witnesses came forward with independent accounts of encounters with this haunting creature. One sad account involved a loyal dog who ran into the woods hunting a creature with two glowing red eyes, never to be seen again. A journalist for the Athens, Ohio Messenger immediately took notable interest in the story. Her name was Mary Hyre, and she, through her writing, would help fuel public intrigue around this mysterious being. It was shortly after the initial sightings that Mary would contact John Keel, a renowned paranormal journalist out of New York, forming an investigative team in efforts to better understand reports of these strange incidents. Sightings and other paranormal activity would continue to be reported in the area through the end of 1966 and periodically throughout the next year. The legend of the mysterious winged creature was certainly top of mind for residents of Point Pleasant, but still, the tale remained largely local, at least until December 15th, 1967. An engineering marvel built in 1928 The Silver Bridge was an I-bar chain suspension bridge connecting Point Pleasant on the West Virginia side with Gallipolis on the Ohio side, spanning the Ohio River. On the evening of December 15, 1967, under the weight of rush hour traffic, the bridge suffered a catastrophic structural failure and collapsed. 46 people were killed. 2 of the victims were never found. An extensive inquiry into the cause of the accident was launched, and it was determined that the collapse was the result of a single faulty structural component. Due to poor maintenance, the defect worsened over time and went undetected for years, eventually resulting in a total failure. While the cause of the Silver Bridge collapse seemed to be an open and shut case among the engineering community and the nation at large, others weren't so convinced. Somewhat consistent reports of encounters with the now famous Mothman had continued from November 1966 through December 1967. After the collapse of the Silver Bridge, the sightings stopped. Many speculated that the Mothman itself was a bad omen, more of a paranormal entity, whose presence over the preceding year foretold the impending Silver Bridge disaster. Thus, the disaster was a catalyst for the legend of the Mothman and its global notoriety to this day. The link between the Mothman and the Silver Bridge disaster was further popularized when John Keel published the Mothman Prophecies in 1975. The publication further fueled the legend's popularity when it was made into a movie of the same name in 2002. While some believe that Mothman is a malevolent cryptid somehow responsible for the collapse of the Silver Bridge, others believe that Mothman is heroic, and sightings associated with the disaster were more so meant to serve as a warning. For years after the Silver Bridge disaster, official encounters with the mysterious creature, now universally recognized as the Mothman, subsided for the most part. But the popularity of the legend has spurred numerous theories of Mothman's association with high-profile, tragic incidents. One example is the Marshall University plane crash in November 1970, in which 37 members of the Marshall University football team were killed. The plane went down just short of the airport in Canovo, West Virginia, not far from Point Pleasant. Mothman has also been associated with another bridge disaster, this one involving the I-35 bridge in Minneapolis, Minnesota. During rush hour on August 1st, 2007, the I-35 bridge collapsed, killing 13 people and injuring more than 140 others. It was said that sightings of a gray, man-like bird were reported in the area the month prior to the collapse. But even with these unlikely pop culture-based rumor-fueled theories, after the Silver Bridge disaster, it was thought that the Mothman had retreated to one of the abandoned bunkers in the TNT area just outside of Point Pleasant, at which point notable sightings seem to have all but ceased. That is, until August 21st, 2017 in Chicago, Illinois. But that probably warrants an episode all on its own. In more recent years, Point Pleasant has built a thriving tourism industry around Mothman. From cafes to museums to hotels to tours, and even the annual Mothman Festival, Point Pleasant and its residents have embraced the creature as a sort of hometown hero. If you're a fan of cryptids and are fascinated with the legend of the Mothman, I'd highly suggest visiting Point Pleasant to pay homage to its rich history and spectacular legend. While you're there, be sure to visit the world-famous Mothman Museum and be sure to support all of the local businesses in the area. You're sure to find some really cool shops and cafes while you're there. My name is Scott, and thank you so much for watching. We're a group of curious and passionate humans creating documentary-style content for those who share our curiosity, ask questions, and seek to dig deeper in a world where almost everything isn't quite what it seems. We are Mystery Syndicate. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, and visit our website at www.mysterysyndicate.com. And don't forget to like our videos and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Whether you believe in ghosts, monsters, or legendary creatures doesn't matter here. Just believe in the possibility. From all of us at Mystery Syndicate, thank you again. We sincerely appreciate your support.